Yo, so what's good, fam? It is your man Jay. I am back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics. It's been a long time. It has been since December, I believe, since I've made a video. So we're here at March 1st, and this is actually my first video of 2023. I did not realize that until I was about to start making this video. Like I said, I had been crazy busy trying to maintain my photography business and continue to work a day job. So speaking of that and why I have time now, there's been some changes that have been come about in the last couple of weeks or so, and that's what I'm here to tell you guys about. I'm here to reveal a secret that I've held for over the last year and a half. About what I do as far as a day job, and yeah, so that's what this video is about. I'm gonna tell you guys, reveal some things to you guys, and I thank the guys or the people who have maintained subscribers. I still have 168 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is salt. It's not many, but hey, I'm proud of that fact that I have somebody who's interested in listening to what I say. Hopefully I'm going to gain a lot more followers in the time to come, because I'm going to do a lot more content. I have a lot more time, and I have a whole slate of themes and ideas that I do want to convey on my channel. And I hope you guys stick around, to check that out. In the meantime, if you would like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that every YouTuber asks you to do. But one thing that I'm going to ask you to do a little bit more and emphasize on is share. Share the content, share it with, whoever's in the comic books, whoever, just wants to find something interesting. And hopefully I am interested. And hopefully you guys will leave me a comment or two to let me know that what you think of my channel and how I can improve it. But all of that aside, I know you guys want to know. I said the word secret, and everybody wants to know the little secret. They want to know tea and all of that other jazz. So stay tuned with me. And other than that, let's get it. Alright, so the little secret, and I'm going to get straight to it, is I know you guys have heard, if you've been following my channel, you've heard me say several times that I work in the comic book industry, that I do something, but I never revealed exactly what it is that I do. I don't know if any of you guessed, or if you had any ideas, or if you guys just didn't even pay attention to that and never heard me say anything about it. But I did. I used to say, I work in the comic book industry. Can't really say what it is that I do, but I do it. So to just reveal the secret, for the last year and a half, I have been employed by CGC, the leading comic book grading company in existence, the best authority as far as comic book grading, where the founding fathers of comic book grading reside. Matt Nelson, the president, and everybody else there. My teacher, shout out to my teacher, my master chief, Paul. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Mr. Bradley. I miss you guys already. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been there, but it's not. I'm no longer there, but not at any fault of mine. Things happen, and that's just the way some things are. That's something that I can't really go into, but I'm no longer there. The other thing with that is that I like to reveal is that I am actually one of two. There was another guy in my grading class, but we are the first two black comic book graders in certified grading history. There's never been another finalizer until me and my man B-Dub, until we came along and became comic book graders. We actually went through a class that lasted for months and months, and we graduated, did everything we needed to, and we became finalizers. So that's a major accomplishment for me. That's something that I always wanted to shout out to the world, that that I am the first black comic book grader, and in history of the history of grading comics. To me, that's a major accomplishment to be the first of anything, but for something that I love so much and I have such a passion for. A couple of years ago, I knew about, grading comics. I knew about slabs, but I had no interest in it. I felt like getting your comic book graded and putting it in a slab was putting it in a comic book coffin, as I used to call it. But I do understand the reasoning for it and how it retains its value, how it protects the comic book, and it really looks good. It looks like a true piece of art once a book is slabbed and graded. And, it gives an assessment to, whatever the condition of that book is. So that's the purpose in grading. I really enjoyed my time at CGC. I learned a lot. I'm really appreciative of the opportunity. And I'm not done. I'm not done because, like I said, I have a passion for comic books. I have probably, I don't know, I'd like to say like 7,000 to 8,000 comic books that are here behind me, and it's constantly growing. And it's going to continue to grow because it's something that I'm really passionate about, just like photography. I think I'm even more passionate about comic books. But, it's something that I think I'm going to do some other things. I have a future that I plan on opening my own company, which would be a pre-grading and appraisal service. And that's where I would go out to other comic book shops, or I would go out to private owners that have a comic book collection that they really don't know what to do with, and they don't want to get rid of it without knowing the true value. I'm going to go out and, pre-grade them and give them, an assessment on the value of their collection, or even if you have like a few books, or I can tell you what's keys and what's not, what's significant in the market these days. I still have all of my tools, which are public knowledge, and a lot of other comic book YouTubers, they actually use those. I don't personally, care about the value of a book. I care more about the story. So you're not going to hear me talk about it too much on my channel. I'm going to start doing reviews on my channel. That's one of the things that I want to do. And I want to, like, from the very beginning, I wanted to bring an awareness to the inclusion of black characters, black creators, black artists, everything within the comic book community. And I'm a blurred, and it's not that I'm not, I don't have a passion for other comic books, whether it's black or it's some other ethnicity, because Peter Parker remains one of my favorite characters, and there's a lot of other non-black characters that I hold dear, and I'm gonna continue to ride out with their story. I've graded over 48,000 comic books in my short time, working at CGC. It was a sacrifice because it's over an hour and a half away from here. I have to drive an hour and a half to work, hour and a half home. So it was a sacrifice, and it did take a toll on my photography business. But it was something that I took a lot of pride in. It was a great job some days. Other days it was just a job. The joy in it was being able to see so many different comic books. I literally on a daily basis would see 400 to 500 comic books a day. And whether it was on my buddy's desk or something that came across my desk, I was seeing all types of variants, all types of covers. Within the first week that I worked there, I saw all of my grails. In the first week, I saw all of my grails except for Tomb of Dracula 10, and that one, I didn't see that one until like maybe 2 weeks after I started working there. But I saw Fantastic 452. I saw Strange Tales 169. I saw Luke Cage #1. I saw all of these books that that I want in my collection, but I had never seen a Fantastic 452 in person before. I seen like a little placard at one of the comic book shops, but I had never seen one, never put my hands on one until I started working there. So that was one of the perks and one of the great things about working there. I got to meet a lot of comic book creators. I was the main catalyst in bringing Rodney Barnes to CGC, and getting him to do a signing there. You know, that was me reaching out to him, me and him conversing and talking, and you know, me putting his people in contact with the right people at CGC, and made that happen. That is something that I also take a lot of pride in. That's something that I wanted to do more of. I wanted to get a lot of other people, Nicholas Draper Ivy. I miss Mr. Dennis Cowan when he came. They actually sent him the books out, so he didn't actually come on site. But you know, it was a lot of people that I missed out on from working, and then also, you know, in the future that I wanted to meet. But yeah, I had a lot of plans. But like I say, you know, things, you know, they work out as they do. I wasn't able to tell people, and I wanted to tell people so bad, you know, because being the first, you know, one of the first black comic book graders, 1A and 1B of first in history of certified comic book grading. I wanted to shout that out to the world, but I couldn't, because it's still in the comic book community, a lot of people come at graders in different kind of ways. You never know what you're going to get. People complaining about, you know, their grades on books, and the practices of comic book grading, which I can tell you, it's solid. You know, it's solid. It's not a lot of the things that a lot of these YouTubers try to say. This is how you grade a book. Some are spot on. They know what they're talking about, but there's more that don't have a clue what they're talking about, and they just don't understand it until you go through that course, and you're taught by one of the founding fathers of it. Then, you know, you're going to be guessing, because, you know, like I say, it's certified because, you know, it comes from the source. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to tell people, and I wasn't able to, which sucked. For whatever reason, it wasn't publicized that, you know, we were the first two, me and my man B-Dub were the first two black comic book graders in history, which I felt it should have been, because the main thing with my channel, and the main thing period, is we wanted to get more black people deeper into collecting comics, and in all facets, whether you're just a fan because you know that there's other creators, there's black stories, there's black characters, there's black artists. We know, we always talk about inclusion, and comic books are no different. What else did I want to say? I want to give my classmates and some people a shout out. You know, Matt Nelson, I appreciate you. You know, he's the president. He's one of the founding fathers. My man Sean, he's one of the other founding fathers, and my Master Chief Paul. You know, shout out to GC3, my classmates, and my man B-Dub, like I say, the other black comic book grader. And yeah, so like I say, making an impact is something that I wanted to do. I still want to stick within doing something within the comic book world. I plan on starting like a company where I, starting off, and maybe a couple other people, we do a pre-grading service. So if you have a collection, or if you're a comic book store, and you don't have somebody on site that can go through collections for you and pre-grade the books and give them a grade, so you know you can sell them, or so you just know what the value of your comic book collection is. Those are things that that's a service that I would like to provide, because like I said, I really enjoyed you know what I did. I loved it to, you know, like I say, some days it felt like work, but it was never, doing the work itself never felt like work, actually. You know, having a stack of comic books and going through and assessing everything, that never felt like work. That was fun to me. In fact, it was so much fun that I actually was doing that at home, right over here on my desk, before I got hired. So, you know, if I wasn't doing that, I'd be here doing it. I'd go to work, and then I come home, and then I go through my own collection and do the same thing. So being being trained to do it was awesome. So yeah, so like I said, that's my little secret. That's something that that I wanted to share with the world, and let you guys know what I did, what was going on with me. As far as my YouTube channel, I have a slate of different topics that I wanna hit on. I want to talk about John Ridley and his non-comic book writing self, and how he's completely assassinated the Black Panther character, the T'Challa character in comic books. How he's still shaky on I Am Batman. What else did I want to talk about? I want to talk about the fact that Brother Voodoo hasn't had a solo title in I don't know how long. What else? I want to talk about that issue where there was a Luke Cage series that was supposed to come out, and it didn't come out because some of the subject matter, and it might have upset some people. But yeah, that's all kind of stuff I want to talk about. I want to get back to showing you guys, my dope covers, covers that I found, and covers that I want. And I'm gonna do a lot more reviews. That's another thing is I've been reading Monarch. I'm constantly a big, huge Rodney Barnes fan. So I've been reading that. I want to share that with you guys. I also want to tell you guys about Flawed. That's by Chuck Brown and artwork by Prinzi. Those are all kind of things that I want to throw out there at you guys, and hope you guys are into it. And if you don't know, then stay tuned to my channel and you'll find out. I want to give a lot of shout outs to the independent comic books, what is titled independent, but things other than Marvel and DC. So Image, Boom, Valiant, Dark Horse, all of those, Scout Comics, all of those other people that are putting out some really good books that nobody gets to hear about because it's not in the MCU. So yeah, so that's what I want to do in the future, and hope you guys are digging that. So anyway, that's my quick video, not so quick video. I hope you guys stuck with it, and if you have any questions, you can hit me in the comments. Like I said, I can't talk about anything CGC related as far as the job goes, but like I said, I can advise you on your books, what to send in and what's not worth sending in, the actual way you should send in, stuff like that. I can tell you that I have nothing but praises for the grading department at CGC. Those guys are outstanding. I'm really cool with a lot of people that are still there, and it's just an unfortunate thing that I'm not. But life goes on, and I do what I do. But yeah, so hopefully this wasn't such a dreary ass video. Like I say, I am proud of the fact that I am the first of two, one A and one B, the first black comic book graders in comic book grading history. That is going to be continuous. You can't, I'm telling you, I implore you, look for somebody else. And I'm telling you now that there's nobody else. And I got that straight from, like I said, the founding fathers. So anyway, hope you guys dug this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned. I'm going to hit you right back with another one. I got some Rodney Barnes goodness that I got in the mail. And I'm going to start talking about some of the other books that I've been collecting. Yeah. So anyway, this is Evolutionary Comics. Keep kicking it with your man Jay. I appreciate you. Remember, no matter what happens in your life, continue to evolve. It's Evolutionary Comics. Peace.